first, Christianophobia. Defining terms is really important. So to begin the conversation, what is Christianophobia? Perhaps Dr. Yancey can start us off. He's written several books on the matter, including, let's see if this will show up. I have this one, Hostile Environments, Understanding and Responding to Anti-Christian Bias, and Compromising Scholarship, Religious and Political Bias in American Higher Education. So let's begin.
Okay, the way I define Christianophobia, and I define it the way a lot of phobias are defined, is when people have unreasonable hatred or fear of Christians. So just like when we talk about Islamophobia, we're talking about having an unreasonable hatred or fear of Muslims, stereotyping them, hatred towards them. The same principle, I think, applies to Christianophobia. And let me just be clear, it's not critiquing Christianity, it's not saying I disagree with Christianity, people agree or disagree. This is the hatred or fear is what's driving Christianophobia.
Yeah, also I think that's a very good definition, because quite often phobias, when it comes to either people, groups, whatever, comes due to either lack of exposure, lack of knowledge, or I think it's particularly in the modern era, just mere misinformation of what's going on, especially in the social medias and all that. So quite often people know little about the people that they're afraid of, and sometimes much of those fears comes because of just huge disinformation about those people groups. And I think, especially nowadays with Christianity, many people who are sort of anti-Christian, quite often, many of them don't know much about Christianity, much less even know what is written in the Bible. So I think that is the whole thing of disinformation about a specific type of people, and I think in this case about Christians.
Iben, anything to add to what Christianophobia is?
Well, I think it's mainly a sort of hatred against Christianity. I don't think anybody in this world could fear Christians, because Christians are probably in our time the most peaceful religion of all religions. You never hear about Christians who has been attacking other groups. Worldwide, Christianity is the most persecuted religion on earth. So, there was no reason to have any fear whatsoever towards Christians. I think it is a hatred that has a spiritual nature, and we see in our time on a world scale that there is this kind of anti-Christian spirit around the world, and that's why Christianity is so targeted and so many Christians are persecuted. So I think it doesn't really make sense to me to talk about fear of Christians, because it's actually Christians who are being attacked, and they're not even responding in a violent way, they're just getting killed. So I think there is an enormous hatred worldwide, or in many places, against Christians, and we can talk about where this hatred comes from.